Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Breaking Tables. This is Brian. Let's do this. Have some fun.
It's the mafia,
tonight.
you know I'm rocking
Just
with
saying,
the
guys.
bills. It's the
Happy
mafia,
Thursday.
you know I'm
Weekend
rocking with
starts
the bills.
right now, baby.
It's the mafia, I'm
Right
with the
now.
Buffalo
Crack your
Bills.
beer.
It's the mafia, you know I'm rocking with the bills.
Don Brown,
Who you
baby.
reppin', what's your team? Who you reppin', what's your team? You know I'm reppin' for my team.
All right.
I got that talent on my team. Micah High, Jordan Poyer, can you catch it?
We got Tampa
Trey
Neal.
Higgins, like a man, you
What's
not
up?
catching anything.
What's up, Brian?
Making plays. We not
Dude, we get Don Brown on again.
in the AFC.
It's summertime. We gotta give him a call. Just makes you right.
If Beasley leaves, we got to change that song. I'm just saying. It's like, oh, we can't do that song anymore. I mean, it's still badass. Don Brown now.
We still have Beasley, my dog.
I'll allow it. That's cool. I'll allow it. Guys, this is Breaking Tables. Appreciate you all tuning in. This episode is brought to you by BuffaloAutographs.com and Coco's Fashions. Guys, coolest people in the business. You can get memorabilia from Buffalo Autographs, and you can get some cool Bills wear from Coco's Fashions. Yeah, dude. Fucking epic. Guys, tonight's show is going to be absolutely fun. We got the guys, everybody from Built in Buffalo. Not everybody, but just pretty much about everybody, because these guys, anyways, are cool as fuck. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and get them on, Tampa Neal. We'll go ahead and start with, you guys remember Justus from last Thursday. Justus, what's going on, bro?
What is going on, fellas? Thank you guys for having me again. This 2 weeks in a row for special. I feel like I'm somebody important. And thank you guys. I wanted to thank you guys for coming on my live show last night. Home field advantage. Really appreciate you guys. It was a blast, honestly. So thank you guys for having me and for coming on.
Well, we appreciate you coming on 2 weeks in a row, and greatly appreciate you having us on yesterday, because it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, even though you took all of our content for tonight's show. I'm just kidding. Guys, the fun's not over yet. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the guys on here.
Well, we didn't have drinks last night, so
today we got to talk about curling now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fun doesn't stop here, boys. Go ahead. We got Akeem in the house at King Rich. What up, bud?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A Rich, Akeem Richens. And if you don't know me by now, please get to know me. I'm ecstatic to be on this show. Tampa Neal is a rock star. I see him conversating with the fans in the stadiums and shit like that. I'm like, I got to have a beer with this guy. Beers on him, though, but definitely beers with this guy. And man, epic, man. Epic B, what's going on, brother? I've been a fan of yours for a while, man. I'm just happy to be able to grace your presence on this show.
Oh, my man, dude. Thank you, brother. Whatever that phrase is, I've had a few beers, but yeah, right back at you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Guys, this fun's we're not even close to being done yet. Let's go ahead and get the other guys on here. We've got Izzy in the house. What's going on, bro? What are you wearing?
I'm just here so I won't get fined. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
What's going on, bud? Thanks for joining the show, bro.
Hey, how you been, man?
Good.
I'm just glad to be here too, man. It's been a while since I had a big group of people on a show like this. Usually it's me, Justus, and Jake, but having a bunch of Bills fans just getting crazy. About to have some
pandemonium.
It's gonna be like being in the stadium, but in my house.
Right. Guys,
let's go ahead. Say one thing real quick. The only bad thing about Don Brown songs is that players change every year, and that the lyrics kind of is like, it doesn't make any sense anymore because like John Brown's not on the roster, but like all of his music is dope. So like that's the only bad thing about his songs.
Yeah,
I'll think to that.
I gotta reach out to Dom. Like, come on, Dom, can you just come up with a newer one? I'm just saying. I don't know. Guys, fun's not done yet. We've got the Mike, aka also known as the Caveman. Not visually, but in the world of voices out there. What's up, bro?
I'm here. I was deemed the voice. What did you call me prior to hopping
moderator.
in here?
The moderator,
the voice
so
moderator.
Tonight's show is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, you know, we got the guys here, the cast from Built in Buffalo, and we all have different personalities, different things that we do on each respective show. I think tonight it's going to be a good opportunity for us to just kind of lay down the line, have a little fun, drink some drinks. We got Mike, aka the Caveman. He's going to be the moderator of such events and obviously join in too. But whenever somebody is having a conversation and you hear red light, that person got to stop. If they keep stopping, they don't stop, then they got to drink, and we'll just kind of make it happen the whole. And they can't stop talking until they say green light again. So it's gonna be fun, guys. Don't worry. Thanks for joining the show, Mike.
I'm happy to be on. I'm excited to talk some Bills with you guys.
Love it, dude. Love it. Guys, so isn't it weird? I got that first question of the night here. Isn't it weird whenever the Buffalo Bills are not playing a game or not on TV, like the whole world falls apart? I mean, as soon as the Bills lose, look at all this crap that's going on in the NFL. I think the NFL needs Buffalo to be playing to distract everything else that's going on in this world.
They need that red, white, and blue boot up their ass. Yeah, right. The red, white, and blue boot up that ass. That's all you need.
Well, what do you think about that one, Izzy? Well, let's start with you, bro.
Well, you know,
am I right? We need the Bills to be playing in order to prevent this chaos that's going on in the NFL today.
Yeah, because you know the only ones that don't give a damn about it mostly is Bills fans. We don't care about all that stuff. We should be playing in the Super Bowl.
It doesn't affect our team
at all.
I get it.
I don't care.
Like if somebody was saying something about Brian Dable's tarnish, I'm like, not really. They hired him. It's their fault. Don't care. And he's out of our building, so whatever. That's your problem now. I don't give a damn.
Right.
All of that is yo.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I'll just say it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy that the NFL is falling apart and the Buffalo Bills have a bright future ahead of us. Akeem, what do you think, bro?
Man, I have a lot less patience ever since the Bills got eliminated. You know, my wife is getting on my nerves more. I'm noticing how dirty my house is at times, and I'm just really irritated. When the Bills are playing, everything is fine. The baby could get the wallet, she could take the car, the kids could take the car, they can crash it, it's okay. But now it's like the Bills is over, so I notice everything, and everything's fucked up. So I can't wait for the Bills to come back on so I can start ignoring everything again.
Dude, I hear you with that, man. Holy crap.
There's nothing to do. I have anything to do on the weekends. It's like, why rewatch Ozark season 4 again, right, Justus? Which you need to watch that.
It was good.
I still haven't watched Ozark yet. I still got to get to it.
Get it, man. It's funny.
Is the world better when the Bills are playing, Justus?
I mean, the Bills are certainly a great distraction. That's for sure. I think some of the stuff that's happening is important, and I do want to acknowledge that. But ultimately, I see where you're coming from. Is definitely, you know, I think it's just better entertainment. The energy is better. People are happier. You know.
I'm joking. I didn't say it. That was me that said it. Not.
I was about to say something like, "What's the rules?"
But nice practice, though. That was close. You almost kept on going.
Is it Mike or is it, you know, like no,
it's definitely Mike. It's not me. Got you though. But I'll drink for that one. Sorry.
The rules of the game are in play.
Yes. All right. Tampa Neal. Bills playing equals harming in the world. They're not playing. It is complete chaos. Right? Somebody's got to back me up out of you four.
100%. I mean,
that's why I like this kid.
I'm just lost without it. Wake up in the morning, I'm like, I normally just put a Bills shirt on. Now I'm just like, I'm just putting a shirt on now.
I like
so
it.
Now it's just
I still put my Bills shirt on.
I still put my Bills shirt on too. Don't get me wrong. But my flags on the car aren't flying. It's just like, it's just another day. I'm gonna clean the house.
Eric, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. We know, we get it, but you know we don't care because it was the Bills.
Yes,
but we do understand because I mean Tom Brady retires, all this crazy stuff breaks out. Hugh Jackson's trying to clout chase. It's crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy out there. I'm here for it, man, because now I don't have to think about that loss to the Chiefs anymore. I can just be like, well, somebody else's effed up day is now my entertainment.
Right.
Well, guys, a lot of things are happening right now. There's a lot of wheels spinning on. It's that time of the year. Whether you're playing the Super Bowl or not playing the Super Bowl, there's a lot of outside noise happening right now. Giants trying to poach everybody from the Bills. The Bills saying, fuck you, no, I'm going to get better people. We got Ken Dorsey, got upgraded to offensive coordinator. We've got, let's just pick a badass OC. Oh, Joe Brady, come on in, bro. You're going to be our quarterback's coach. You know, you did what with Burrow in before you came? He went from 16 touchdowns to 5,000 yards and 60 touchdowns in one season.
He went all the way up.
Imagine the pot. Now he's got Josh Allen, the best arm in the NFL.
By far. Like, it's not close.
And not only that, he's the quarterback coach now, as opposed to the offensive coordinator in Carolina. We don't know what the hell happened in Carolina. Obviously, it was some things that him and Matt Rule didn't agree with. But now that he got the position as a quarterback coach for the Buffalo Bills, he gets to take a step back and say, you know what? I get to fix and hone in on some mistakes I probably made in Carolina. So when I get the other opportunity to become an offensive coordinator again, I'll definitely learn from my mistakes and be better for the next go around. So I think he made a very wise decision coming to a team with a generational quarterback in the Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, in Carolina he had no quarterback. All he had was a running back. So
guys, we got Mike too. We totally forgot about Mike because we can't see his face.
That's okay.
He hasn't said one red light or green light yet all night.
I will chime in when I feel I'm ready to barge. I'm waiting for a specific conversation that I know Izzy's going to bring up later on.
Tre'Davious White again.
Let's start the conversation now. Which conversation are you referring to, bro? I kind of want to know now.
He's talking about the Tre'Davious White.
Yesterday, I disagree. Justus was kind of on the fence about it, but I did disagree with Epic and Tampa Neal, and Izzy was in the comment section going crazy about how Tre'Davious White
spending money on it,
game plan. I was just like, I'm ready for the conversation, and if that's what we want to hop into right now, I'll be more than ready to barge.
All right, let's fucking go.
I don't know. I think
I watched my cat got ran over when I was like 8 years old. Should we bring out how far back we going with bad topics we're going to talk about? But I guess we can talk about this particular topic, that if we had Tre'Davious White playing in that Chiefs game, would that make a difference? And I think Mike said no.
I did. I said that. I think
I was with Izzy, and Tampa Neal's with us too, that we all agreed that absolutely does, right?
I just don't think he.
We got to remember, Mike. In that game, he's not replacing Levi Wallace. He's replacing Dan Jackson, right? So he's replacing the most inexperienced DB on the field at the time. He may not be locking down a speed demon like Hill. He's not going to be locking down anybody who's super fast. But he's not going to be trailing behind them like Levi Wallace was on that touchdown to the Cheetah. He's also not going to be holding a jersey unnecessarily on a crossing route that costs us a fourth down and gives them a touchdown the next play when they hit Pringle in the end zone. There was unnecessary things that were done in that game that Trey White doesn't make that mistake. There's a bunch of those mistakes. So not only that, but it also changes the responsibilities of the safeties. They don't have to watch both sides now. You don't have to run cover 2 shell. You can run cover 3. You can run other defenses. We ran 2-man too deep the whole game, and it had Jay pissed off the whole. I'm like, we have to do it. Like, we got 2 4-6 corners out there. Both of our dudes are slower than everybody on their team, even their linemen. We gotta run this 2 deep shell. Like, we got to. Like, there's nothing else we can do to slow them down. If we run cover 1, cover 2, we run cover 1, cover 3, man, they're blowing the doors off of us. We're getting exposed now. We would get way more exposed by putting those guys one-on-one with Hardman and Hill. No chance either one of them's keeping up with either one of them. So
that's a lot of numbers, a lot of stats, a lot of things that I was like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
So is it So is Mike trying to say that? So I got a rebuttal here. You don't think that Tre'Davious White is an elite corner by saying that?
No, I don't think that at all. I just think the Chiefs beat us in ways that he wouldn't have been able to make as much of an impact as being perceived. I thought, the biggest thing, Justus was preaching this sentiment yesterday. The linebackers specifically were a humongous issue in that game. And I think, Tre'Davious White does his part, but I think the Chiefs playing at the masterclass level they were at are going to find ways to go around Tre'Davious White. He might make their lives a little bit harder, but the Chiefs are playing at a masterclass level in that game. Patrick Mahomes is playing out of his mind. Our pass rush can't bring him to the ground. And the dude ran for 7 for 69 right up the gut. He drove the first drive all by himself with his legs. Tre'Davious White's probably got his back turned somewhere, trying to cover somebody else while Patrick Mahomes does the damage he did. I just don't know.
Kind of.
He might make that extra play, but I'm not necessarily positive we 100% win. I'm not saying we don't when he's playing, but I'm just not for sure positive about it.
So I just look at it as the game plan changes. The game plan completely changes when Tre'Davious White's in there compared to when he's not.
Mm-hmm.
They have to game plan around him. If they wouldn't be calling the plays that they would normally call if he was on the field. That's a huge difference.
And I agree. I just think there were other aspects of the team that let down the secondary as is, so they just would have been letting down the secondary with Tre'Davious White back there.
I agree that there were other aspects that were issues there, but they probably would have been in a completely different position because Trey's on the field.
And you know what?
Trey can handle his own.
Yeah, not just that, but then Trey White, he makes it so you can run single high safety. You don't have to run double high safety, so that other safety can now come to the box and be the last guy to hit Mahomes. We had nobody in there to, get to Mahomes once he broke contain. It was over after that. So we had the linebackers like, you got to be wary of this, you got to be wary of that, and you got to make sure you have eyes on Mahomes at all times.
So I want to take Mike Caveman place right quick and call a red light. I don't know what everybody has to drink, but I think
that. I've been waiting.
I think we should all take a time out to drink because I'm safe right now. I got some alkaline water in my hand, so I think it's free for me to call red light. And let's have a group drink right quick before we get back to the shits, shall we?
Hell yeah! Cheers. This is definitely alkaline water too.
Cheers.
Alkaline whiskey.
Oh, I love it, dude.
Okay,
Jim Graham's drinking MD 2020 like he is back in the 1990s, baby.
Whoa!
How old are you, bro?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Jesus.
Guys, to touch on what Tampa Neal just said, having Tre'Davious White there is you know that what he does statistically, if we are going to talk about stats, which we all fucking hate on the show, but you can't hide the fact that people game plan around him. That's how good he is. He completely takes away one side of the field. Okay. And that allows the other players like Poyer and Hyde, the 5 stars that we talked about last night on your show, Justus, to thrive. And it puts a big reliever when you've got somebody that caliber playing in one spot, a very important spot.
Not only that, Frazier loves to blitz that nickel safety or nickel corner.
Taron Johnson all day thrives on that thing.
He
thrives on that.
That didn't happen when White was gone. Like that didn't happen once White was gone. That just didn't happen because it couldn't.
Not once in that game.
Justus, because we're talking hypothetical over here. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Again, I don't know if the cornerbacks were necessarily the problem in the divisional round playoff game. I really think our linebackers got abused, and especially in the first half, I feel like our defense played pretty well. It was just the fact that I keep saying that we need a dominant pass rusher. If we had a dominant pass rusher, somebody that could have actually run through an offensive lineman to go get Patrick Mahomes and to stop all that little scrambling you do, then we have a better chance to win that game. Because if you remember the first drive, he literally just walked down the field on his own accord. He didn't even throw it to anybody. Our secondary was playing fine. Then the second half, obviously, Tyreek Hill took it over. And I think, we got beat over the middle a lot and our linebackers got abused. So I don't necessarily know if Tre'Davious White is on the field. I don't know if he necessarily – I don't think our cornerbacks were a liability in that game the way our linebackers were. So, of course, I would rather have Tre'Davious White on the field than not to have him. But I don't think the cornerbacks were necessarily the problem defensively.
So you don't think that Tre'Davious White would be the only cornerback that could man-to-man with Tyreek Hill? The only cornerback in the NFL.
I don't know if he can.
You think Tyreek Hill is going to do still his stuff? Did you see what happened week 5? What Tre'Davious White did? Shut him down.
I get you. I got you. But I also know that Tyreek Hill has done this to our defense before. When Tre'Davious White was on the field, he has just caught the ball, quick jump snap, going the other way, and he's gone 60 yards. You know what I mean? So I know he has game-wrecking speed. And I don't blame Levi Wallace for that touchdown. I mean, he was on him. It was just a great throw, a great catch, and then 4.2 speed is up the field. Like, you know, so
yep.
You know,
so here's the thing.
I do believe Tre'Davious White would have made a difference. I just think our middle of our field got abused so much. I don't know if Tre'Davious White would have been able to attribute to that. You know what I mean?
So Justus,
I think he makes a 3-point difference.
I say whole touchdown. I say whole touchdown.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So, Justus, I'll ask you this: if Trey White's out there, and technically he's going to free up one more defender, right? We had no free defenders in this game. Everybody had to be on their P's and Q's, and eventually it got ugly, right? So if you have Trey White out there instead of Dane Jackson, and he can lock down whatever area he's covering, and you don't need another safety to cover his space with him.
You need another safety with your Tyreek Hill.
Not with Trey White, because in week 5 he shut him down. And all you need is a deep one.
If Tyreek Hill runs a 9 route, Tre'Davious White cannot keep up.
He doesn't have to keep up. You have to you hit him at the line, you slow him down, and then you have your single high safety.
I wouldn't. I mean, if my single high safety is showing, but saying you would leave other cornerbacks, you know, open to, because I want eyes on Tyreek Hill all the time. I hear you. Tre'Davious White is amazing, but Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. Like, he's faster than anybody else in the league. Like, we have to acknowledge that. I don't ever want him on any cornerback without a high safety. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's too fair.
So what about from an IQ standpoint? 13 seconds left. If Trey White was in the game instead of playing.
Right.
And playing instead of Levi Wallace playing that boundary out, playing that outside leverage, maybe Trey White, because of his IQ, he would have had the wherewithal.
He would man up right up.
Why the hell would I be playing outside leverage if they got 3 timeouts? There's nothing here. Let me go ahead and man up on a Travis Kelce. He probably can't guard Tyreek Hill one-on-one on a consistent basis. But what about Travis Kelce? He did an excellent job week 5 against Travis Kelce. In one-on-one matchups, being physical with him, throwing him to the ground. So I think from an IQ standpoint, Tre'Davious White would have definitely made a difference for the Buffalo Bills defense.
And I said that last night on the show. I said that, you know, obviously you're looking to your linebackers for leadership, and they're playing like dog shit. So you can't necessarily look to them if you have an all-pro cornerback on the side of you saying, yo, like, watch the seam, like, what you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think they listen to him, and I mentioned that. So I do, you know, he makes a difference. It's just it's Kansas City, you know what I mean? So I can't necessarily. I don't know if they wouldn't just keep abusing the middle at crunch time and then score as many points as they wanted to. Like, it was 25 points scored in the last 2 minutes. That's disgusting. Like, the defense, you need to buckle up. That's gross. Like, you know what I mean? So he just kept attacking the middle, and he got whatever he wanted once he realized he could attack the middle. So I do agree Trey White makes a difference. So it's potentially that I mean, you know, we went into overtime. So if I agree that he at least gives you a touchdown advantage over, you know, Dane Jackson as a replacement, then yeah, I'd probably say we do win that game. But I did want to acknowledge, I don't think the cornerbacks were the problem in the game.
I agree with that point, Justus. I don't think that the cornerbacks played badly. I think that they played within the scheme, and that the skills that they possess were used to their maximum ability. But
agree.
Brian, how many shots have you had?
When you go from a 4-6-8 corner to a 4-4-7 corner, world of difference.
Look at Dunn. He's doing more shots.
Guys, hold on a second. So pretty much all I hear is everybody is agreeing that Trey White makes a difference, and Mike is the only person who's not even seen his face crying probably because he understands that we are absolutely correct, and that makes a huge difference.
All right. I'll run back to my corner and regroup. Well, if I have something else, if I have reinforcements on the way, then I'll come back with stronger forces.
I love you, Mike.
See, he's not even here to kick him out.
Jim, Graham, absolutely. Tackling. Wait.
You're supposed to do it with a voice. Start over.
Shit.
Say it.
Which voice, Tappendale? What are we doing? Oh, I can do this one.
Say it with your
Just
chest.
do Christian Wade.
Oh.
Good eye, mate. I'm tackling, mate. Tackling. Because I'm from Australia. Tackling, mate. Fucking A, tackling. I'm still tackling. That guys need to tackle, mate. Thank you, Jim.
No, he was from England. He was
like
from England. He was the first Australian from England. Remember?
No, so we have a joke with because I can't do British accents, so we have this ongoing joke on Breaking Tables. Whenever we say Christian Wade, love him. I think he's RB1. He's gonna show Singletary what's up. Just fucking write that down right now. And he has this. Obviously, he's from Great Britain, but I can't do a Great Britain accent, so I just do an Australian accent. I'm like, good eye, mate. I'm Christian Wade.
I got one.
Jesus Christ.
No, his Christian Wade ends up being a mix between Irish and Australian.
Don't feel bad. Every time I try and do an English accent, it comes out Jamaican. It's fucked up.
I think
Hey, man, how you get shit?
And then I'm Asian, so I always end up like, look, there's an Asian accent eventually. It's just like, would you go like a cup of tea? Oh, hello.
You're Asian?
Dick Ricka. Why do that? But
you're Asian? I thought you were Puerto Rican.
Filipino, my man. I am from the Philippines. Philippines. In Spanish and whatever. We're all crazy mix. But guys,
Spanish and these.
So that was a good topic. See, Mike, what you started, even though you're by yourself, by saying that he doesn't make a difference, and we're all on board that he does make a difference.
No. That's not what I said. I said he makes a difference. I just don't think we necessarily 100% win the game if he's playing. That's the point I'm trying to drive home.
Okay.
So he certainly makes a difference. He makes their lives harder. That's no question.
So you're jumping ship now. You're jumping ship, Mike.
No. I never said. I was.
Sounds like you're jumping ship. I'm just saying, dude.
No,
13 seconds left going to overtime. Kind of hard as it gets.
You want Trey White out there. You need Trey White on that wall. You can't handle the truth.
Come on, man. We talk about the guy who had 0 goals allowed in high school. You over here talking to us.
Jump the ship, bro. It's fine. We will still hand hug you the fucking entire time, bro. Join the movement of Trey White. Come on. Can we count your vote?
I got to regroup. Like I said, I got to regroup, and I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. All right. You've got exactly 30 minutes to decide. Just kidding. No. Let us know, bro. Let us know. Moving on to the next topic, because that one took the entire show, which I fucking awesome. I love it, dude.
Yes.
This is the most like analytic, deep thoughts that we've all had. This is just more like, hey, let's just make s'mores and drink beer. But when you're hanging out with Bill in Buffalo, you kind of got to step your game up a little bit. So, Izzy, what do you got for us, bro?
I have no idea.
Okay. you're like, oh, wait, pick me.
Hey, let's go.
Like,
who do you guys think we should go after in free agency? Like, what positions do you think we should address going forward before we draft people? And if
we're going to talk about which players going to. The coach, the OC just got fucking left.
Cool. He needed
Giants,
to go anyway.
And now he's like coaching everybody. And now you want to talk about the player?
Yes. Here's why.
Salary cap. Salary cap. I like that. Salary cap. How about salary cap?
Salary cap. I don't know what that means.
Salary cap. Salary cap's going to fucking go up.
Salary cap's going to go up. It's going up to 208. We're 7.5 under. But one thing I saw on Twitter, people were like, "We lost Brian Dable. It's the end of the world." I'm like, okay, cool.
Fuck Dable.
A lot of times, a great student is trained or taught by many sensei. Okay,
Dable.
I'm not.
right in his mother face.
His fat face. Did you say fat? Did you bleep fat?
I don't know. I did.
Did you bleep?
Sorry. Be cool about it, bro. Come on, just go with it. Don't help me out on it.
Right in his fat face. Oh, you said fucking face. Okay, you got it.
It was much better in my head.
I like it too. But yeah, no. So like many a good student are trained by many sensei, right? And you gotta, you're Asian, you get it.
It's fucking racist, bro. I
A little bit
know about that one. I'm gonna file Brian fucking Flores shit on you, bro.
So you got your one sensei that you learned, you started training with, and now you're gonna go be a professional. You gotta get a new sensei to teach you this new shit that's going on, and that's all that Josh is doing. So he went from Dable and Dorsey to now Dorsey and Brady.
It's like those kung fu flicks. And you see where it's like, oh, you learn that, like Kill Bill. Remember, you all watch Kill Bill, right? Where the chick is like, you need to get trained by the White Lotus with that long beard. He's like, I will you up. You know what I mean? And
that was
I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, I agree with you. Come on, Izzy, keep going, bro.
So Josh have now many sensei, and he's gonna learn a bunch of new stuff now, right? You like once you have one teacher, and they've kind of given you everything they got, you got to move on to learn new shit, and that's where he's at. So with Joe Brady coming in, he's gonna teach him some new stuff, some stuff that Joe Burrow knows apparently that he doesn't, because he can get sacked 9 times in a game and win. I don't know how the hell you do that, but that happened a couple weeks ago. And then not just that, but with these new coaches, you're going to have to look at the personnel you're going with, right? Because maybe Bees isn't going to fit in. Maybe he does. I don't know. There's going to be so much more that goes on. And I love every moment of it, but it also makes me nervous as hell.
All right, guys, listen, hold on a second. Timeout. Caveman has not said one red light or green light the entire show.
Nope, I got Izzy earlier.
Jesus. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I thought I did.
Cheers. No, you didn't. No, you
I mean, I said red light, then Izzy picked up his bottle. I don't know. Oh,
okay, yeah, you're right. I did. Damn.
Come on, man. This is one of those shows where you just do a power trip. We're like, these guys
red light, motherfucker.
Content. Red light. Red light. Red light. Red light. Red light. Pew, pew. I don't know.
Izzy, you got me feeling like I'm by myself. Fuck you, red light.
All right, I want to get controversial. There's non-Bills related. Obviously, you asked me any questions about Buffalo Bills, but it definitely touches home because Bill Belichick is a little bitch. Oh, I'm sorry.
JP lost.
Bill Belichick, I'll never get Disney Plus anymore. Bill Belichick is just saying. Brian Flores is calling racism on not getting hired in New York Giants. When Joe Schoen, who's a GM coming from Buffalo, I can never pronounce his name. How do you say it?
Shane.
Is it Shane? There's like an O and an E in there.
I know. I
It
didn't get
doesn't
it
look
either.
like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
I didn't get it either. I was like, do they mean Joe Shane?
All right.
And I heard it after I read it, and I was like, that's
too.
Scandinavian.
So that it's kind of a pair, and Justus, we talked about this last night on your show, and as somebody who goes, first off, going through an interview process, guys, we all have had interviews, and when there's a lot of stress involved, and you're not thinking about like, oh, I could be it. I want to bring my A game, and then you get a text from Bill Belichick that says, oh, yeah, good job, congratulations, and he's like, oops, wrong fucking Brian. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Belichick is the smartest person in the world. That little shit. Hate him, but you got to give him his props. As a person who's going to go to an interview, why would you still go to that interview? But let's talk about that whole thing. Does he have a case? Let's all be lawyers. I'm going to start with Tampa Neal. Does he have a case?
I believe he absolutely has a case. Whether I think it's right or wrong is going to be a different thing. I think that they probably had him interviewed just to satisfy the Rooney Rule, and I think that the Rooney Rule is a little unnecessary. I feel like that coaches can get hired on their merits. I feel like if they want a specific coach, they shouldn't have to hire, or they shouldn't have to interview somebody if they don't want to. I just feel that. But I do think that Flores absolutely has a case. I think that if this comes out that what Stephen Ross did was true, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL tells Stephen Ross to kick rocks. Like, you got to sell a team.
He's done. No, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Like they would
Stephen Ross will be
legit tell
fucking
him
done.
to get the hell out and sell a team.
They're gonna do like remember that Stern guy, the basketball owner who got forced out of the Sterling, yes.
Donald Sterling for the Clippers.
Donald, yeah.
I
mean,
I
I don't know how I know his name. I'm not a
be on that
basketball
same
guy, but I
level.
remember his
Not gonna be that same level, but you know,
It kind of might
Did
be
the same thing with
a little
the
bit.
Carolina Panthers
Guys,
owner.
you know,
The Carolina Panthers owner.
I
had
was
to sell
watching
team a
the-
couple years
the-
ago.
Yeah, Richardson. He just held a team in Tepper. Yeah.
if there is proof, listen, if there is proof that the owner of the Miami Dolphins offered to pay $100,000 per game, that is going to be it's going to erupt, and the NFL is going to, here's a big payout. You cannot disclose what you ever got. Buy. Because, guys, now we can gamble. We can gamble in the NFL right now. It's legal to gamble. And as an owner paying somebody not to win games, you're fixing games now.
Yeah. Basically.
Think about that.
Like that's he'll be gone. He will be gone. The other
Justus.
NFL owners aren't going to put up with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be gone.
Bro,
This is why
what?
other teams have a draft lottery. This is why other sports have that.
They were talking
And
about that today on the
It
radio.
makes no sense to me. I didn't hear about that on the radio because I don't listen to the radio. But that's why they have it. So you can't tank to get the first overall pick because, you know, the first 10 picks are a lottery. So yeah, you're guaranteed a top 10 pick, but we're rolling the dice for it, homie. So get in here and throw your dice and see what you get. Up 12, you're drafting 10. Sorry.
Look at the Sabres. They tried to hire
Love
they
it.
couldn't get the first round or first pick for like 10 years. They're still trying.
Yeah, it's pretty. Look,
Justus, are you down for that? Do you like that lottery draft, roll the dice kind of thing, bro?
I mean, I think it works. You know, I think this season you kind of seen the amount of parity that's in the league. You know, I think I don't know personally. I think a lottery it would be unnecessary. I think the bigger issue is more so, you know, just having decent people, you know, running front offices, you know, and not people looking to take advantage of the system, you know, and you know, like hiring a black head coach to get a couple of draft picks, and then when he, you know, he overachieves, you let him go anyway, you know. And then now looking back on things, they start Davis Mills over Tyrod Taylor at like week 12 for no reason. I'm thinking like, what? Davis Mills is not better than Tyrod Taylor. No, that makes sense. Hey, we're gonna get rid of him anyway. It didn't matter. They didn't want to win, you know. And looking at stuff like that, you know, kind of it's like, damn, like how often does this type of stuff happen? It's kind of despicable, honestly.
I think after that, Davis Mills might
bro.
be better than Tyrod Taylor.
A lot of coaches are coming out, guys. A lot of coaches are coming out going, hold on a minute, hashtag me too. NFL hashtag.
Oh, that was hilarious. I went off on the Hugh Jackson thing. I went the hell off on that in our group chat. I think he's clout chasing, dude. You sucked on the Raiders before that. Every team you ever head coached was trash. You don't get to piggyback on the back of a guy who took a team to 2 winning seasons, first time in the last 20 years with that franchise. No,
absolutely.
Brian Flores is in a different category. Jim Caldwell can jump on that bandwagon if he wants to, taking the Lions to the goddamn playoffs. Look, no one takes the Lions to the damn playoffs. Nobody takes the Lions, and they fired him.
Didn't Hugh Jackson say
the number one fucking defensive coach in probably long time?
Didn't Hugh Jackson say they paid him to lose?
He said that he said Brian Flores, I got your back. He tweeted this, and then there was a interview on TV on I think it was Good Morning Football, and he literally said in the interview There was no win-loss talk until the third year of my contract. So he was saying that they hired me. They gave me a plan. The plan was year 1, year 2, we build. Year 3, we'll talk about wins and losses then.
Yeah.
So that means that they didn't have you tank. There was no expectations for wins or losses. They didn't expect positive or negative. Whatever we got, you coach it up. We'll see.
I got a question.
He said they paid him to lose. If that's true, that's effed up.
Hold on, guys, gents.
When they interviewed him, they asked him. He said, "This is what they said," and he literally said in his interview, in person, live action, Hugh Jackson on camera, there was no talk of wins or losses until year 3 of my contract.
Akeem, are you believing this shit?
First of all, it's a lot of shit going on in my head right now. First of all, the name Brian is the most common name in the world. I don't know how you differentiate just Brian. You know, you're supposed to put Brian Dable in your phone. You're supposed to put Brian Flores because Brian is one of the most common names in the world. So how you just Mike. Have Brian? How you just have Brian? First of all, so I don't know. I don't
something.
No, you can't do that. That's racist, man. Which one gets the capital?
So I don't know. So I don't know how Belichick did that. That's one. Number 2,
racism. Hate it.
Number 2, I do think that if that was the case with the owner and Brian Flores, I do think that's borderline unethical. But I do propose a rebuttal question. Is that worse than what Sean Payton and Greg Williams did with the Bounty Gate when they was trying to intentionally hurt players and then pay guys to hurt players? So is that worse?
No, absolutely 100% worse than that.
I think it's a lot worse.
No,
a lot worse. A lot. You're affecting a whole community, not just the fucking fan base.
No,
you're affecting the player's health. You're injuring a player.
I'm thinking when Greg Williams was in Buffalo and he had Coy Wire nail in the preseason, that Lions running back, I forget his name. But that dude shattered his shoulder. He never played a game again. So that dude's life was ruined.
Yeah, so I know, and trust me, I think it's unethical and I think it's messed up. But I think Bounty Gate was just as messed up because of the fact of you're injuring players and you're getting paid to injure players, and they only took a year off. So we're talking about like what's the standard here? If we're talking about getting rid of the owner, like what really matters? And don't get me wrong, I agree if it does happen, but it's just funny how, you know,
I think sports betting muddies the water. I think sports betting muddies the water here. I think it makes it a lot worse than
it does add a lot of toxins.
The New Orleans
to that
Saints
water.
The New Orleans Saints owner wasn't in on the whole Bounty Gate thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the biggest part about it. It's gonna be the biggest difference. Like that $100,000 thing came directly from the owner. I think that's what makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
When the owner's making a decision, that's one thing. When
it does. No, Tabernado's on something, bro.
Are making a decision, I think that makes it a lot worse.
100%, bro. 100% that it makes it worse. This is a business that affects not only the football field, but the community, the players. I mean, people's lives are on the line. If they have a shitty season, guess what? Nobody's going to pick them up because of what they did in that season. You're going to tell me he's like, listen, don't fucking sack him. And now that's put on your record. It's like, listen, I got paid money too. What's that to say that money does not trickle down? You don't think it's going to be another Bounty Gate? Where Stephen Ross goes, well, no, coach knew about it the whole time. I don't know. I think this opened up a can of fucking worms.
Mm-hmm. We gotta see those emails. We gotta see those emails.
Open up a can of worms, bro.
I don't know. There's a lot of different thoughts being thrown around, and like A-Rich said, a lot of different thoughts going through my head. I
would have led with no. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord.
Sorry, dude.
Well, I don't know. Sure I don't know what
can you bail his ass, bro?
Which point am I touching on here?
Whichever point you want, baby.
Whichever point you have a point on.
All right. I guess to touch on which is better. Whichever whatever instance is worse, the bounty gate or whatever else is going on right now. I think. Oh my God. I mean, do I have to answer that? I mean, they're both so equally horrible.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
All right.
So let's put it like this.
Yeah, no option, no opinion on it. I get it, bro. We're not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. But I think that
that red light. I
think
bitch.
Tampa Neal should be the new moderator going forward because.
So overall, to nip this in the bud. Overall, I do think Brian Flores does shed a light on racism going on around the NFL. But at the same time, Joe Shane being the Buffalo Bills general assistant GM and having that camaraderie and relationship with Brian Dable, I do think that was going to be his option regardless. And I don't think racism had to do with that particular situation.
Agreed.
But it opens it opens a can of worms and shed some light on what's actually going on in the NFL, because that is happening. It may not happen in his particular situation, but it's definitely happening around
that's what
100%.
That's how
100%.
That's how.
That's what Mike meant.
100%.
That's what Mike meant. Mm-hmm.
That
No,
particular situation.
you really did. You put my thoughts into words. It might not have necessarily happened with the Giants per se. You really don't know either way. Because of the Joe Shane and the connection, whatever, but that certainly goes on. It 100% does. I mean, I think it'd be extremely ignorant to think otherwise.
Joe Shane, Joe Shoon, whatever. Him and Dable.
What's the funnest Bills games you guys have ever been to?
Guy, the best ever. I went to the perfect game. I went to the perfect game, and you guys know those huge boulders outside the stadium. Just when I'm going to yell at my brother, going, "Bro, watch out for the!" I bit it. It was fucking hilarious. People were like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "I've been drinking since 9 a.m."
You rock piled.
I did. It was amazing. That was the best game of my entire life.
Which game was that?
I always remember that. And we also watched the shutout down here in Miami. That's going to be a solid number 2 because it was epic. But number 1, I don't think there's going to be another game unless the Super Bowl, which I'm going to go to. That's gonna beat that game, obviously.
Are we talking best game or best tailgate? Because
Yeah,
I went to Super Bowl 25 as a kid, but that wasn't the best.
Tailgate.
One of each.
You know what, man?
Tampa Neal. Go ahead, Tampa Neal. Go ahead and say it.
The Houston tailgate.
What, better than the Tampa game where we had the boat parade and shit?
Oh, fuck. That wasn't really a tailgate. That was
fucking epic. All right, you know what, Tampa Neal, you're not allowed to say anymore. Love you, dude. It was fun, Tampa Neal, for joining. Thank you, brother. I'm joking. That's my co-host. So can't fucking leave. Show can't go on without him.
The best tailgate was definitely the Houston tailgate, Houston playoff game tailgates. However, the event that we put on in Tampa was by far the best Bills event. But I also went to Super Bowl 25, so it's also like, okay. That was by far the best game I've ever been to. I was 9 years old.
I have a question. Does anybody else find it weird that Hugh Jackson spells his name Hugh like the color scheme, and not like people spell their names?
H instead?
Yeah, he spells it Hue.
He changed it.
No, that's just how he spells
Hugh,
it.
Formerly Hugh.
Like if you pee and it's really yellow, it has a hue to it, kind of thing.
Bunch of men on here, but okay, uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, but okay.
Now I can fucking picture it in my head, guys. Jesus Christ. Go on with the story.
All right, look at the hue of my drink.
But actually, you're right, because my first name is actually Hugh, and I spell it H-U-G-H.
See?
That's how you should spell it. Just like Brian should be spelled B-R-I-A-N, not B-R-fucking-Y and A and selling Z and shit.
Leave those gynecologists alone, all right?
Yeah, people still think my name is USTC. Justus. I'm like, my name is spelled literally right there on Twitter. People still misspell it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like just us. He's a very inclusive person.
They spell your name M-I-K-E, right, dude? Just want to make sure it's still normal.
Yeah,
It's amazing how many people spell my name Neal, even though even people on the show. People type in on this comment section, "Good job, Tampa Neal with EAL," and I'm like, "What?"
And
your
name is
there.
your name is just right there.
We see a lot of Anal's got an awesome hat, and it's like we realize it's the autocorrect.
You say anal?
Neil, they say anal autocorrect. He's got a nice hat, and it's so funny. We call him out.
All right, butthole. Cool, let's go.
So I got another question for you guys. Who I mean, besides you guys putting on the events and the tailgate parties that you put together, who else have you witnessed, or what other fan base have you witnessed and say, you know what, they have a hell of a time. They have a lot of fun at their tailgates. Any other team?
I got one.
Kansas City. Kansas City, Green Bay, probably them too.
Oh, Green Bay. I can imagine.
So believe it or not, I went to a Jets game this year, and they're pretty ridiculous too. They're meaner though, but they're still pretty ridiculous. Like they asked me if I had Bill's underwear on, and it got weird. They wanted to know like what color. No, I did lie and say I did though.
All in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah, so we went out there for the Jets game. We went for the Jaguars game before that. Was drunk, we lost. Went to the Jets game, sober, we won. So
no drinks for you.
No drinks for me at a live game anymore. But we went to.
Wait.
That's a
Why?
question.
Huh?
Why?
Why what?
Why no more drinks for you at a live game?
Because we won the one I was sober at. We beat the brakes off the Jets, but we lost to the goddamn Jaguars when I was slot.
Guys,
I paid $80
we
to
don't
go
say
to the
that
tailgate.
word.
Slosh?
We don't say that word on the show.
What?
Can't say it.
J word.
Oh.
Don't say it.
Two J words. Jets.
Come on. Caveman, red light. Just give him a red light.
Red light.
Drink.
JEST, jests.
No, that was fun.
No, that's
we kill them.
Justus
we
got it.
don't say Jacksonville. Like
Oh.
I know. I'll admit, I'll drink one for the cheap.
I didn't say Jacksonville, but I'll drink one with you.
The strongest fucking wine.
That was the drunkest I've ever gotten in my entire life.
Oh, dude,
my buddy gives me an entire bottle, which is in a Crown Royal bottle. He was like, "Hey, you like Jack Daniels or sorry, you like Jägermeister?" I'm like, if I want to start a riot, and he's like, "Drink this," and I'm like, "Fuck it, it's so cold." I thought 40-degree weather was so cold, and I started drinking it, and I didn't stop. And it was I hate that whole weekend. Let me just leave it at that.
Dude, I wasn't the only drunk one at that game.
Walking up to everybody. He starts going up to everybody. He's got a Crown Royal bottle. He's like, "You want some Crown? Want a shot?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to."
Guaranteed non-COVID.
Perfect.
Promise you.
Perfect.
And people were like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do one."
It's Jaeger. I was like, "Oh, that's way worse."
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
He's Jonathan from Bill's Mafia, Bill's Backers Miami. He's just like, "Oh no, dude, I don't do Crown." I'm like, "Oh, lucky for you, it's Jaeger." Talked him into doing it.
Well, then
Totally went off topic here, guys. Love it. What's that, Neil?
I said then Walter brings over the Rumplemans, and I'm like, "Well, this is 1,000 times better than the Jaeger and a Crown bottle."
At least it wasn't Goldschlager.
So we tend so team breaking tables over here. Hope to join forces with Bill in Buffalo next coming up here. I think it's going to be epic. You guys are fucking amazing. And we love going to games. We love going to games. We love having that fan experience, and that's what breaking tables is all about: is getting that different side.
Here's Jacksonville.
Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo! I gotta record this. Hold on a minute.
I felt like you were definitely supposed to do it right at the end of the chance.
1, 2, 3, go!
Now Shaw got a beer. Shaw got a beer.
So yeah,
I'd be like, "Give me a beer, damn it!"
I thought it was so cold at 4-degree weather. Then we went
It
to
was
that
so cold.
the best game in my entire life, minus 6 degrees. It was cold. Thank you,
Looks
Dad.
like
Didn't
fun,
feel it
though.
anymore though. It was too cold. You didn't.
I thought I
feel like-
deleted those, bro.
No, I'm glad you didn't.
So in
Don't worry,
Jacksonville,
I have them saved. Don't you worry.
No, Jack.
Leslie got drunk.
F the J word, drink, bro. If I ever have to go north and I'm driving, I will purposely drive around Duval County, just not to ever drive in that crap.
Who was that?
Paul
Steve,
Leslie.
that's Steve Chrissy.
No, it's Paul Leslie.
Oh, don't.
Penn State. That's my guy.
Yeah. So he had a tailgate there for
party there.
$75, and all the drinks were free, and he got obliterated, bro. Like you could see him walking around with his like old drunk guy moves.
You went to Jacksonville?
Yeah, I was at Jacksonville.
Oh, jeez.
So I was there, and then I went to the Paul Leslie thing, and he started off, regular, but then he got wasted. But every time somebody came up for a photo, like he just knew what to fucking do. I don't know how he did, but he's like, "Oh, picture."
He
I
used
can't
to.
can't be wasted on camera. Like,
Bro,
he's like Elway.
We ended up like meeting some lineman from a former lineman from the Jags.
The Jaguars.
He was a fan, parked right next to us, and we were comparing tailgates. He's like, "Well, my tailgate is going to be so much cooler." I'm like, I don't think so. And then when he realized like what was going on, he's like, "Dude, can I get on the show with you guys?" So we got him on the show, a lineman for the Jags.
That's awesome,
bro. He talked so much shit afterwards, and all we had to do was just take it on the chin. I mean, that's why we never say Jacksonville, Mike. So don't ever say it again. All right, Merrill? Thank you, bro. Mike, don't ever say Jacksonville. Don't say it. Say it. Say it.
Jacksonville.
No, why would you say it? I just literally told you not to say it.
I'd like.
Akeem.
Oh, yeah, we'll take that. We'll
Everybody
take that. We'll take that.
The only fucking time he says it is no. It's
Shut
awesome.
you
Bro. I
up.
love it. That is fucking epic. Cheers, guys.
Well done.
Very well done. This is the epic, and this is going to be the promo for this show tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, this was amazing. I'm wiping the tears off my eyes. Bills by a billion. Monday night, you guys can check us out. We're going to be having the you ever seen that the Bills helmet bar people? So they're going to be on Monday night. The Bills helmet bar.
Nice.
Bills helmet bar. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, Bill's Helmet Bar. Yep.
Yeah, they're cool as hell. Fucking love it. I want to thank you guys all for being on Bill in Buffalo. I think it's going to be a great like symbiotic relationship between Breaking Tables and Bill in Buffalo. Where I hope to join you guys. So maybe we'll talk after the show here. But dude, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you all hopping on. Izzy, do you have any shows you want to give a little shout out? Where we can find you, my man?
So I'm on Fridays with my man Justus and Jake. Hopefully here soon, once we go through all of our content, I'll have another show to be doing. But I still want to be on there with my guys on Friday nights. I'd like a little more work, I'm down to work a little bit more, contribute some more. So we'll see what goes with that. But whenever I can, if some other content creator who is respectful, to the brand decides they want to ask me to do something, I'm usually very willing to jump on, whether it's 716 Sports Talk or if it's, Dan Mitchell, who I probably should be doing a show with soon. It happens. I'm willing to jump on as long as they respect, what we're doing at Built in Buffalo. Otherwise, they can kick rocks.
Fucking A, love it, brother. I love it, man.
I'm loyal to those who take care of me and who show me that I'm worth something. Period.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep.
King Rich, Akeem, the man, the myth, the legend.
That guy.
Well, first of all, I appreciate what y'all do. What y'all do is awesome, man. It's not a lot of podcasts that give the authentic real about fandom, right? It's all about analytics and stats and all the other nerdy shit that everybody's not into. So y'all give a different flavor, give a different spice, and this is why I think the collaboration between Breaking Tables and Built in Buffalo could be a success, because you add a different dimension. So I salute you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's not about me tonight. It's about you guys, and I love what y'all do, and keep up the great work. And we're definitely going to talk after the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Caveman, are you still there, bro?
Of course I am.
You only said red light
Don't make
one
me pull up
time,
the
which
stop.
was the most crucial time you called it. The only time you called it, it was actually kind of fucking epic.
It was dead on.
Captain Caveman.
Appreciate you hopping on, my man. We had a lot of fun last night. Look forward to working with all you guys in the near future. But bro, you cool? You have fun, man? Are you still there?
Of course, I'm still sitting here, man. Don't make me pull up the stoplight on you again. I'll do it.
Just don't tell your boss that because I heard you're working or something. Are you working right now?
As long as my face isn't shown, they can never prove who I am.
Ooh.
Eat it, bitch.
As long as we know, that's okay.
Mike took an hour long.
He's in a conference call right now with his friends.
But I appreciate you guys having myself and all of the Built in Buffalo family on. We all appreciate it. I think I speak for everybody when I say that. And thank you for coming on to Home Field Advantage yesterday with Justus and I. It was a really good time.
It was absolutely badass. Absolutely.
Mike. Thanks for coming on. I know you're working, so I requested you, and you made it fucking happen. So I appreciate that from me, because I'm the one who,
of course, man. I'm glad, and I'm glad I was able to make something happen. As long as I've been able to stay multitasking. Multitasking. That's the word I'm looking for. I've been looking back and forth. So yeah, I've been all good. Yeah, of course.
You got me. I got you, bro.
Of course.
Well, you'll be known as the worst moderator of all time because you called the red light one fucking time.
Yeah, I shot one for. I'm one for
time.
Two times.
Yeah,
you got me.
I didn't hear the first time.
I didn't hear it either, but I did it.
You was 1 for 16, but you hit the game-winning shot.
Yeah,
like that.
That was. You definitely were.
Devin Singletary.
Nice. All right, bro. Well, thank you guys. Justus, my man. I don't care what they say about you. You're a cool dude.
I hope they're not saying nothing too bad. But thank you guys, for having us on. I echo the sentiments of Akeem, Mike, and Izzy as well. You guys are awesome. I really love your product. For me, you guys can listen to my podcast. Actually, this is the first time I'm mentioning this publicly, but I am rebranding my podcast, so it's no longer the Windshield Factor. It's now called Justice for All. Obviously.
Ooh, what?
Yo,
fire, bro.
That's deep.
Right.
I like it.
That's Lil Wendy. Where'd he go?
Did you just kick him out?
Pull me back in.
You pull
What
you back
happened,
in,
bro? Just come back in.
All right, so what
With
happened?
Liberty and Justice for All.
Wait,
We can still hear you.
I'm gonna try that. Hang on.
that's so weird.
Oh, I'm gone.
I tried to show my my new logo, but it kicked me out. So
Do you know where I am?
I know what you did last summer.
Calm down, Spiegel.
Justice for All comes out every Tuesday. Then I have Home Field Advantage with my man Caveman, first round by my man Izzy and Jake. Thank you guys for having me on for a second week in a row. As both times it was an absolute blast. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys.
Never get sick of you, brother. Never get sick of you guys. Never get sick of all y'all. You're all pretty cool, including Mike, who's the worst moderator of Red Light Green Light ever.
Why are all our guys in Facebook jail? I feel like half our viewers are in Facebook jail.
Bills fans.
Joey Hatch is in Joey Hatch.
Joey Hatch is always in
anymore. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just
switched to
come
YouTube.
on, man. It's not hard to. I mean, Facebook is very crazy.
Because the Bills fans, we joke around so hard, and all of us are in on a joke, but no one else is. So Facebook sees that as, oh, you called this guy a jackass, you're banned for a week. Oh, you called this guy an asshole.
But he was a
you think this guy's
jackass.
Stupid. He was. But as a Bills fan, you know that
here's
that's
a
actually kind of a
logarithm might
compliment.
tell me he might commit suicide.
Yeah, as a Bills fan, you know that's kind of a compliment coming from another Bills fan. Like, you're a dork. Like, okay.
Tampanil, bro, tell everybody, tell the world, where can we find Breaking Tables?
Well, you can always find us live Mondays and Thursdays right here, Facebook Live, YouTube. Pull us up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, tell us how much you love us. Feel free to throw us a comment or two during the show. Get us on Twitter as well. Get us live there. Just type in A Bills Podcast. A Bills Podcast. Now, tomorrow morning on your drive into work, make sure you're pulling us up because let's face reality, morning shows suck. So pull us up, listen to us. We're on Spotify, Apple Pod, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Alexa, play Breaking Tables.
Yes, you can even tell Alexa, play Breaking Tables, a Bills podcast. She'll start talking shit over here in a minute. See, you hear her talking shit?
I love you, Tampanil.
Brian,
talk slower to me, bro.
All right, Alexa, shut the hell up.
All right. Shut up, Alexa. It's like at Larry's house. Go, come on.
Yeah, my wife had Alexa in all of our rooms, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're listening to you now, buddy. It's over for you.
Yeah.
No more privacy.
Oh.
So download us tomorrow when you're on your way to work, right, Tampanil?
It's actually playing a podcast.
Is it
now.
really?
Yes.
Whatever you do, guys, don't say moist because Jennifer hates that word.
Moist.
She's going to be in here in about 2 seconds shaking her head. You know that, right?
Moist. I told you not to podcast with that guy. Tampanil, fantastic. What's that phrase that you say, bro? Don't tell who?
Oh, yeah. Make sure you share with all your friends, your cousins, your uncles, your brothers, not your attorneys.
Don't, please. It's good for everybody's health. Guys, this has been absolutely fun. I appreciate you all for hopping on the show.
Yes.
You're going to see a lot more collaboration because, you know, we want to join Built in Buffalo. What do you guys do? You guys are an amazing brand and you guys are all fucking cool as fuck. So Breaking Tables out, guys. We love you. Let's just do this. Let's just piece it out right here. That's what we do on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was talking to you, Mike.
Red light, bitch.
Love you, bro. Oh, guys, it's been very fun. We'll see you Monday. We've got Bill's Helmet Bar on the show Monday nights. Breaking Tables out. Have a good weekend, Bills Mafia. Bye-bye.